So RHS of Ampere's circuital law says it is equals to mu naught times of I enclosed. So first is when we choose the Amperian loop, choose one direction as well for the loop. And then once you are done with use right hand thumb rule and depending these conventions, is this clear, guys? So RHS, may you understood what you need to do? Whenever we choose the Amperian loop, choose the direction as well, so that you can choose the direction positive and negative. Depending upon that, we decide which is positive and which is negative. Is this clear? Is it clear,
Yes.
guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who is absent today? Is anyone absent today? We'll find out later. So, is our right hand side clear, guys? Let's come to the left hand side of the equation. So, when we come to the left hand side of the Ampere circuital law, choose the Amperian loop. So first point is basically choose the Amperian loop in such way that the loop passes through the point where magnetic field has to be calculated. It's the same thing as Gauss's law, right? In Gauss's law also choose the point, choose the Gaussian surface in such a way that first it was passing through that point, right? Yes or no, guys?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Acha, guys, it's not necessary the loop has to be circular. It's not necessary at all. The loop can be any shape. Okay? The loop
Sir.
can be of any shape depending upon the current carrying conductor. Is it clear? So I told you now ki the same thing even Gauss law will be following. The Gauss law, whatever law it follows the same thing. Ampere circle law is also following. Like the loop should be symmetric. So there it was the surface should be symmetric, right? Here the loop is symmetric. Acha. The third point is the magnetic field should be either, tell me, either parallel or perpendicular to the loop. Is it clear, guys? And once you are done with that, then automatically you can calculate B dot dl. You just need to find out the direction of dl. Fourth point, direction of dl vector at any point will be given by drawing a tangent by drawing a tangent to that point. So suppose if this is the current carrying wire. Can you see this current carrying wire, guys? And I want to find out the magnetic field at point B at a distance r. So what will I do? I'll choose an Amperian loop like this. Will I? Hello?
Yes, sir.
I choose an Amperian loop like this. So once I've chosen an Amperian loop like this, then what will it do? What will I do after this? What will I do after this? This is the Amperian loop. Okay. And let's say the direction which I have chosen is like this. Okay, so basically if I if I say, yeah, the direction I have chosen for the loop is what is the direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Anti-clockwise.
So direction of a loop, I'm taking it as anti-clockwise, and I wanted to find out what is the magnetic field at point B. So can you see at point B the dl vector looks like this? Is this clear? Can you see? I have drawn a tangent over here. Is this clear, guys? Any doubt in this part? By drawing a tangent to dl vector like this, and even the magnetic field is like this only, right? Yes or no, guys? So here
Yes, sir.
E dot dl will become b dl cos how much?
0.
0. So can you see the LHS? We are doing what? LHS. The magnetic field at every point, strength is constant, cos 0 is 1. So what will be the dl ka integration will be? 2 pi small r should be equals to whatever RHS is there. Okay, so is this clear, guys? How do we solve the LHS?
Yes, sir.
Sorry. So now after this, we'll be discussing some applications. Now you know how do we apply LHS and how do we apply RHS, right? Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
After this, we'll see some applications for this particular thing. But before that, we'll write some points note regarding Ampere's circuital law. So first point, the magnetic field is due to all the wires present in the vicinity of that point. So the magnetic field is due to all the wires present in the vicinity of that point. Just like Gauss's theorem, do you remember the electric field was due to all the charges present in the vicinity, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So similarly, the magnetic field is due to all the wires present in the vicinity of that point. Not only those wires which were enclosed by the loop. So is it clear, guys? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The second point. Actually, in Gauss's theorem, E dot dA was magnetic flux, right? Sir,
Yeah,
is
electric.
B dot dl also magnetic flux? No, it is not. So the question comes. The question is, sir, why didn't Ampere took the why did why didn't Ampere the surface integral? So the question is, why didn't Ampere took the surface integral? That is, why didn't he say that B dot dA is equals to mu naught times of I? Why isn't the Ampere's circuital law like this? Why didn't he choose an area vector? Why did he choose a length vector in place of an area vector?
Because we're talking about current flow and a loop.
Because when we talk about current flow in a loop, then what happens?
A current will flow in the loop. So if we talk about area, it does not make sense. No?
No, not kind of. But why? Why do you say okay, if it is in loop, then it will not make sense of? Can you please more elaborate on this? Elaborate more on this. Okay, the point you are taking somewhere leads to what we want, but don't connect it with current carrying loop. Connect it with something else. Okay. Acha, what is the answer lies in the dissimilarity between electric field and magnetic field. This is my hint. You know how the magnetic field is, you know how the electric field is. There is one point which is a dissimilarity.
Is
Although
it
there are
about the
many points,
continuous? Is
although
it about the
there
continuous closed loops or
hmm,
something?
for the
The fact that they've like one doesn't form continuous closed loops.
exactly. The point is this only: the magnetic monopole cannot exist. Electric monopole can exist, right?
Yeah,
Can you see
yeah.
positive charge can exist separately and negative charge can exist separately? Yes. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So electric
Yes, sir.
monopoles can exist in space, right? But what about magnetic monopoles? Is North Pole separately present somewhere else and South Pole separately present somewhere else? They have to be have formed in such a way that North and South both the poles should be present, right? Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir.
Even Earth is like North and South Pole are there. Still, that then only that magnetic field is there. Is there any say only North Pole inside Earth? So are you getting my point? The point is due to the formation of these dipoles in the case of magnetism, the magnetic field always is like a closed loop. So always remember, due to the formation of magnetic dipoles, that is north south pair, due to the formation of this magnetic dipole north south pair, the magnetic field are always in the form of एक हाँ एक 10th grade में 10th grade people they got confused in one particular point, one particular question which I gave them. I'm asking you the same thing, guys. There is a current carrying loop in this. Can you see the current is basically in anti-clockwise direction?
Yeah.
Current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction. Now the question is, this current carrying wire will form. North Pole, B, South Pole, C, both A and B option, and D, none of the above. Tell me. So this is basically, do you remember the clock rule? Everyone remembers the
Yeah.
clock rule, right?
Yes, sir.
So basically the answer should be,
North Pole.
the answer should be North
To be
Pole,
both, yeah.
which should be incorrect. It produces both.
Oh,
This North Pole is basically the pole which we are facing.
okay. Yeah.
And so people have done, 10th grade people did this mistake. Although I told them, but still, which we are facing.
So it depends on like which side you're seeing from, like that, right?
When we use the clock rule, it's just, I told you about clock rule, right? Did I? Hello? Guys, did I teach you about clock rule? So sorry, webinar on my computer. No problem, I will. It's okay. I will not. That's why I was feeling like, who is this? So, did I teach you about this thing, guys? Did I teach you anything like this clock rule?
I think no.
I don't think so, but we learned it in 10th grade.
Yes.
10th grade, where
Yeah.
you people have learned it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do I need to teach it again? Is it fine? Because I don't need it over here. I have converse of right hand thumb rule, and other one more concept is there. Then accordingly, I can get this. Okay. So ऐसा मेरे को अभी इसकी जरूरत नहीं है. Whenever I'll teach you solenoid, then I need that. Did I teach you solenoid? Did we discuss about the pole solenoid behaves as a bar magnet? Did we discuss that?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So we'll discuss this later on. So I asked the question thoda jaldi. But anyways, this thing you already know from 10th grade, right? So 10th grade people
Yes.
were doing this mistake when I gave them this question in their exam paper. All of them marked North Pole. All of them marked North Pole. It's not big. I told them as specifically which poles are being created when the current flows like this. So they said North Pole. No, the answer is not North Pole. The answer is both. North and South will be getting created. We will be facing the North Pole. Will not be facing the South Pole. The South Pole will be on the other end. Are you getting my point? Behind the river. Is this clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Anyways,
sir.
this is the same case. So because of this reason only, because since this north-south pairs are formed, the magnetic field lines are always in the form of closed and continuous loops. Okay. So if it is in the form of closed and continuous loop, so for example, suppose this, let me just take an example. Suppose this is the current chemical wire. You don't need to write this all this, and suppose in spite of taking a loop, let me take a cylinder, because we know everything is here. Cylinder will be symmetric, right? Yes or no, guys? In the cylinder, we symmetric over here. Hello. Hello, guys. Hello. I'm just telling you the reason why we are not taking this thing. Suppose I have taken this, and sorry. So suppose this is if I choose the magnetic field, will the magnetic field look like this inside? Yes. Will the magnetic field look like this?
Yes, sir.
So can you see the magnetic field? The complete magnetic field is inside. So here the magnetic field is neither perpendicular nor this to this thing, right? Yes or no, guys? Hello. Hello. If we take it outside, if we take at this point, it's fine. No, but this is not I wanted. नहीं, इसको ऐसे एक्सप्लेन नहीं करूंगा. I'll explain it some. कैसे करूं? Suppose this is a wire, and suppose but this thing and that thing will be similar. No? हाँ ठीक है. हाँ okay guys. I understood. See guys over here. Suppose this is your current carrying wire. This is the cylinder which I am choosing. Cylinder is the most symmetric to wire, right? Hello everyone. Is the
Yes,
cylinder
sir.
most symmetric to wire?
Yes, sir.
So basically I have chosen a shape like this. This is my cylinder. Now tell me this particular thing, when the magnetic field lines will be inside, then the magnetic field will not be associated with this surface, right? Whenever it is outside also not associated, but when the magnetic field lines are like this, which is passing along the circumference of this cylinder, right? Yes or no guys?
Yes, sir.
So now see
Yes,
this
sir.
particular thing, the magnetic field lines are like this. Anytime the magnetic field lines will be like, will this be the direction of magnetic field at every point? If it
Yeah.
look, if it look from the top, will it look like this?
Yes, sir.
If you look from the top of the cylinder, will you be seeing this thing? Everyone will be seeing this thing, right? From the top. This is front view. And this is top view. Now, see this thing, guys. If I choose area vector over here, if I, let's say, choose any area vector on this surface. So if I have chosen this as my area vector, will the area vector go like this, perpendicular to the surface? Will the area vector over here be like giving in this direction? Will the area vector be over here will be giving in this direction? Area vector over here will be giving in this direction, and will the area vector over here will be giving in?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
This is wrong. Will the area vector be going in this direction? Yes or no, guys? So can you see over here, whenever we took B dot D A over here, so if when I'll do B dot dA, can you see B dot dA? What will be the magnetic field will be like this, and area vector will be like this. The angle will be 90. Yes
90.
or no? Yes,
Yes,
or
sir.
no, guys? What is this green one? What is this green one? Green one is basically the area vector
Area
at any
vector.
point. So basically dA vector, dA vector, dA vector. So at every instant, at every point on the curved surface area, B and dA were having 90-degree, right? So cos 90. So this will be 0. F cos 90 will be 0. Yes or no? Is this clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So since you need to write this, है ना, बाद में लिख लेना. Since magnetic field lines are always in the form of closed and continuous loop, then the integration of magnetic field over a closed area B dot dA is 0. And this is the proof for that statement. Proof that B dot dA is basically 0. Okay, you write this later on. Okay, so since the magnetic field lines are always in the form of closed and continuous loop, then the integration of B dot dA is 0 over a closed surface. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
So this is the reason. So if B dot dA is 0, then B dot how will you include that thing Q, मतलब 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q, it was ना Q 1 by epsilon naught into Q enclosed Gauss theorem. So here it is not equals to mu naught into I enclosed. So that's why we have to discard B dot dA and choose B dot dL. So when we choose B dot dL over here, the dl vector was pointing in the same direction as the magnetic field. Is this clear, guys? Guys, is this clear? When we chose
Yes, sir.
B dot dl,
Yes, sir.
now this was a non-zero quantity. Magnetic field was also in this direction. dl vector was also in this direction. So that is why we chose B dot.
Sir?
Anjay?
So in the note we wrote a point like not in the note, but then in the Ampere circuital law for the left hand side we wrote a note like the magnetic field should be like either parallel or perpendicular.
Yes.
So if it's like perpendicular to the loop, then again it will become like 0. Yeah.
Not necessary. अभी एक बार मैं करूँगा ना. It can be a magnetic field due to outer, no. It's not necessary due to the conductor only.
Okay.
It is there.
Okay.
वो उसका भी I think I will have some question in which that condition should be followed. Maybe I will have a question like that.
Okay, sir.
So let's see. Here over a surface it is becoming. I am telling you on a loop. On a loop, if
Yeah,
it becomes,
okay.
then it's fine. Whenever that part will become 0, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
होने दो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं.
Okay, sir.
That is acceptable. But can you see, whenever we talk about any surface or any particular kind of surface, it will be always 0. So that's why B dot dl has to be. So due to the formation of magnetic dipole, the magnetic lines are always in the form of diagonal. I'll write it in words. Yes, I'll write it in words. Yes, शायद से this question will maybe asked in a school purpose. I don't know where did I saw this. But then the integration of magnetic field over a closed surface is 0. That's why is this clear, guys? Please write the answer and then you can write the proof. So, let's see the applications of Ampere circuital loop. Okay. Only symmetric cases will be there. We'll see some more questions and today we'll be done with this chapter. In the next class, I'll start with electromagnetic induction. Okay. And during the holidays, I'll complete electromagnetic induction as well. Hello. Maybe I'll start electromagnetic induction for today's class only. Hello guys, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Whenever if it's you feel like my voice is cracking or anything like that happening, just tell me. Okay. So B is equals to this is the reason why we have not choosing we are not choosing B dot DA. And now please write down heading, guys. Applications of Ampere's circuital law. First application, a long straight current carrying wire. Okay, a long straight current carrying wire. This part is there in your school syllabus, so we'll write let us consider and all. Okay, guys, can you see? Let us consider a very long straight current carrying wire with current I. So with current I going upward. We need to find the magnitude of magnetic field at a point P at a perpendicular distance R from the wire. Guys, are you writing this statement part? Please remember you need to write this. Then after this you can start. Nobody will, stop you. So if I say the magnetic field will be in the form of what? The magnetic field will be in the form of closed loop, right? Sure. So basically, guys, this is your magnetic field line. Achha, tell me the direction for this thing. Which direction shall I take? Shall I take clockwise or shall I take anti-clockwise? It's up to you. This is the Amperian loop. Can anyone tell me which direction shall I take? Clockwise, anti-clockwise? Tell me. It's up to you.
Anti-clockwise.
Clockwise.
यार ऐसा मत बोलो चलो रुको एक काम करो we'll do one thing let's अच्छा from this is front view okay everyone is it clear this is the front view hello
Yes, sir.
this is the front
Yes,
view
sir.
so we'll draw the top view as well थोड़ा सा हंसना लेने दो इसको so the top view looks like this. Will the top view look like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes,
This
sir.
is the point P. Now, what we were doing, the direction of the loop, let's choose the direction clockwise. Let's choose the direction anti-clockwise. And then I'll tell you what will happen when we'll choose the direction as. Hello? So I have chosen the
Yes, sir.
direction of the loop as anti-clockwise. So when I choose it anti-clockwise, will it look like this? Will this be the direction of the loop? Yes?
Yes, sir.
So if I choose a length
So-
element over here, yes, tell me.
Sir, but we cannot take it as clockwise here.
We can take it clockwise as well. I'll teach you what will happen when you choose the direction of loop as clockwise. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay, sir.
direction of the loop I have chosen as anti-clockwise for simplicity as of now. But we'll tell you what will happen if you choose anti-clockwise. So when I choose the direction of the loop as anti-clockwise, will the dl vector will be like this? Will the dl vector will be like this? Can you see from here to here? You will draw the tangent at point B. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So when we will draw a tangent at point P, dl vector will be pointing in this direction. Also, the magnetic field. Let me color the dl vector with some other color. It was nice. The dl vector was like this only. Now tell me, what is the direction of magnetic field at point P? Everyone knows how to calculate direction, right? Everyone knows how to calculate the direction, right?
Yes, sir.
So basically, if I see the direction, will the direction look like this? Direction of magnetic field will be like this. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So can you see with respect to a straight current carrying wire, the magnetic field vector and the length vector, can you see they are in the same direction?
Yeah.
Not only at this point, at every point you can check. At every point, suppose at this point I want to check. So the direction of magnetic field will be like this, and the direction of dl vector will be like. Yes or no? Is this clear? Is this
Yes,
clear,
sir.
guys? So I think you are pretty much clear about choosing the direction of the loop. So here, direction of dl vector and b vector is same. Hence, what is the angle between them? Hence, theta
Zero.
is 0 degree. Is this clear? Is this clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Also,
Yes, sir.
since we have chosen direction as anti-clockwise, then by applying which rule? RST.
Right hand thumb rule.
When we apply RST, I will be positive or I will be negative? Will I be positive? Can you see? It is pointing in the direction of thumb. The thumb points in the upward direction. The thumb is positive. Thumb points in the upward direction, and whatever this upward, will take it as positive. That implies downwards will be negative, right? So can you see over here, with the help of by applying right hand thumb rule, you decide the conventions, and after deciding the convention, you say I is positive. Yes, because I was in the direction of thumb. Yes or no, guys? Was I in the
Yes, sir.
direction of current? In the I in the direction of thumb. So hence I is
Yeah.
positive. When you have done that, after that, what will we do? After that, what we will do? We'll just write by Ampere's circuital law. Thus, integration of B dot dl over the closed loop. Do you want me to give a name to the loop? Is it fine? We are not into line closed. Always, always, always write this and then apply it. Okay? Is it clear, guys? So can you
Yes,
see
sir.
this will become B dl cos 0 should be equals to mu naught into how much? Plus sign. So can you see with the help of that convention you decided these two things? And after this what will be happening? B is constant. We taken our integration of dl will be equals to mu naught into y. What is the integration of dl?
2 pi r.
2 pi r, and this will be equals to mu naught into y, and from here b will be equals to mu naught by 2 pi into y by r. Sir, this is not what he taught me. Is it like this? What is the magnetic field due to a current carrying wire at a distance r? Is it equals to mu naught by 4 pi into twice of I by r? Is it like this?
Yeah.
Can you see it's
Yes,
one and the
sir.
same thing? No? Are you getting my point, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So basically, this, did you see the application part? How did we apply it? Is it clear? Now, if this loop's direction would have been clockwise, if we would have chosen the direction of loop to be clockwise, hello,
Yes, sir.
if we would have chosen the direction of the loop as, if we बताओ ना यार, बोलने दो,
In clockwise direction.
then what would happen? Then if you would apply a right hand thumb rule, then the current would have become
I will be negative.
negative. When I will be negative, and also when the direction of the loop is in which direction? In the opposite direction. So when you see this thing, yes. So see guys, if the direction of this thing would have been clockwise, so from top view would have been looking like this. Hello guys, top view से ऐसा दिखेगा है ना?
Yes,
If
sir.
at any particular point P I choose this thing, then the dl vector will be like this. But we know the current was, what was the direction of current? Current was like this, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what is the direction of magnetic field due to the current? Will it be like this at this point? Will it be like this at this point? Will it be like this? Will it be like this? Can you see the direction of magnetic field? So it should be remaining same only. Will the direction also change? No, no. Until unless you will not change the direction of current, the direction of magnetic field will not change. So can you see in this case, B dot dl, the angle between them will be how much?
180.
B
180 degree.
cos 180. Direction of loop is clockwise, then B dl cos 180 will be mu naught into minus I. Are you getting my point, guys? And can
Yes,
you see
sir.
this cos 80 is minus 1, so this minus 1 with this should have been.
It's cancelled.
So can you see ultimately the answer will come this one.
So why did we take it as minus I? Still it's coming out itself, right?
But according to our convention, can you see if the current, if you choose the direction clockwise to apply clockwise, then see your thumb is pointing towards the screen, right? So whatever is going into the screen is positive, and whatever is coming out of the screen is negative. Are you getting my point? So that's why we took it as negative. So always try to choose the direction of thumb in such a way that where current should be coming out. The direction of dl and direction of magnetic field becomes the same. Cos 0 comes. Is this clear?
Okay, sir.
So this was your, and please remember this is very important school point of view. So do it. Sir, is it like only this comes with the help of that? No. You'll see this particular thing. Even your solenoid result will also come like that. Okay. Done, guys. Whenever you're done, just tell me.
Done, sir.
Okay. The derivations which the applications which I'm giving you, it's important from the school point of view as well. So please do all of it. The first was long straight current carrying wire. Now the second application is a long solenoid. Whenever you have a long solenoid, suppose this is the axis of the solenoid. So this is this one. Let us assume that the current is going into the plane and coming out of the plane from it. Then going into the plane, then coming out of the plane, then current going into the plane, then current coming out of the plane. Are you understanding this thing, guys? How exactly is the current? Are you able to visualize? This is current. Okay. So the current is going, whenever it is going on the top, it is going into the plane, and whenever it is coming down, this thing, it is coming out of the plane. So when you look at from the right, when you look at from here, can anyone tell me what will be the direction of current? When you look from here, guys, can anyone tell me what will be the direction of current in the loop? Is it clockwise or is it anti-clockwise?
Clockwise.
Clockwise.
It is clockwise. Now you understood the perspective point of view. Are you able to understand with the help of this observer? You are this observer. So start looking from here, okay? If this would have been of the observer, then according to him, it will be anti-clockwise, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So anyways, direction of current in the loop is basically clockwise. Now, when the direction of the current in the loop is clockwise, then the magnetic field will be pointing in this direction. Can you apply current carrying this? Can you apply right hand thumb rule, guys? Yes or no? Is it the magnetic field? And do you remember the formula for the magnetic field inside a long solenoid? It is equals to mu naught into Ni. Everyone remembers this? Does everyone remember this? Okay. So now, again the same thing. Let us consider a long current carrying solenoid of linear turn density. Do you remember linear turn density?
Yes, sir.
N turns per meter. Carrying a current, how much? Current I in the clockwise direction as seen from left of the. Is this clear, guys? Now, what to do, sir? Which loop has to be chosen? Which is the loop and all, right? So, what will we do? So, guys, what will be the? Let me choose the Ampere circuit loop. Green, that only green is that. So
So are you taking the clockwise direction as seen from right of solenoid, right?
this also, as seen from right of. So, can you see the loop, guys? This is my Amperian loop. Of width, what is the length of this loop? X. So let us consider a rectangular Amperian loop of length how much? X, and breadth doesn't matter. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay? And what shall be the direction of this loop? What shall be the direction of this loop? Yes, please tell me what shall be the direction of this loop. Yes, can anyone tell me what shall be the direction? Hello? तुम बोलते नहीं हो यार. I don't like it.
So,
Shall I make the loop a little bit big? Is it fine?
fine, sir.
So basically, this is your loop. Can you see only some part of it is inside and some part is outside it? Let me choose a direction for this loop. Guys, tell me any direction. Clockwise. What shall I choose? You tell me. What shall I choose? Shall I choose clockwise or shall I choose anti-clockwise?
Clockwise?
Why anti-clockwise did you say? Because the current was coming out of the plane, out of the plane of the paper. So if I choose the anti-clockwise, then automatically this current will become positive, right? Yes or no? So I'm choosing the direction of loop as anti-clockwise. Is this clear? Is this clear, guys?
So, can you again, why did we take it as anti-clockwise?
The direction of loop chosen is anti-clockwise because when we look at the current inside it, it was coming out of the plane, and there was only this current, right? So by choosing anti-clockwise, this current will become positive. Yes or no? Are you getting my point? This current will become positive. That's why we chose it as anti-clockwise. Is it fine?
Okay, sir.
Which current am I talking about? Hello? Which current am I talking about? I'm talking about this current, which is passing through the solenoid. Can you see?
So what if we had considered a loop which is above the solenoid?
Above the solenoid, matlab, is it like this or it's the same thing but like this?
This case, sir. It
This
should be
case.
passing.
One side of the loop should be passing through the. Doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Doesn't matter.
So it-
Nah, it will not make any difference. Yes. Okay. So I've considered Amperian loop ABCD, and the direction I've chosen is anti-clockwise, so that this current will become positive and all. So now, by Ampere's circuital law, always write the equation that will give you marks, even in in board exam also, and even in board exams, and in both Ampere's circuital law and Gauss theorem. Okay. So B dot dl should be equals to mu naught into I enclosed. Yes or no? Is this your Ampere circuital law?
Yes, sir.
So now
Yes, sir.
basically this loop is ABCD. So I'll just break it into 4 parts, just like I used to do in the case of surface, right? B dot dl A to B plus B dot dl from, let's say, B to C, then B dot dl from C to D, and the last is B dot dl from D to A. This thing which I am doing is basically the left hand side of the part. I'm doing separately. Is it fine? Guys, is it fine
Yes,
if I
sir.
do it separately? LHS and RHS later on from equation 1, I'll just equate them. Okay. So now
Yes,
see this thing very clearly over here. Now can you see at the AB part? AB part is lying outside, yes or no?
yes, sir.
AB
sir.
part
Yes,
is
sir.
lying outside. So hence it lying outside. So B outside the long solenoid is how much?
0.
If B outside is 0, that implies this whole thing is 0. Yes or no?
Mm.
Yes or no, guys? First thing clear?
Yes, sir.
Now look at the BC part. Can you see this much part is outside and this much part is outside? Yes.
Yes, sir.
But this much part is inside and this much part is inside. But when we look at this particular thing, will the DL vector be like this? Or I should not do anything over here. I should do everything over here. B dot DL mein, when we looked BC, B to C, let us say this much part was inside. है ना? So wherever it was inside, was the magnetic field like this? Yes.
Yeah.
And was the DL vector like this from B to C? Can you see the angle between the loop and the DL vector? Can you see it is 90 degrees? So wherever it was out, it was 0 by default. Yes or no? But wherever it was in, it was making an angle 90 degrees. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So even this thing will become also
0.
yes. Yes or no, guys? Here theta is 90 degree for half and B outside is 0 for half. Yes or no? Or basically whatever part. So due to these two reasons, this is 0. Yes? Are yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is pretty much clear. I am assuming this is pretty much clear. After that, even your B dot DL from D to L, will it be the same reason?
Yeah.
This will also be 0 because for half of the part theta will be 90 and for half of the part it will lie outside. Can you see from D to A, from here to here it is lying outside and from here to here you see 90 degree. Yes or no guys? Is this clear? Are you understanding
Yes,
this
sir.
thing clearly? So basically
Yes, sir.
this only this part will remain. Only this part will remain, right? In
Yes, sir.
C part, can you see the magnetic field is also in this direction and even the dl vector is also in this direction. So what is the magnitude? So when we talk about the B dot dl for the whole loop A, B, C, D, it just becomes only from C to
D.
D part, only that part which is inside, yes? Yes or no? And due to this, what is the angle between them? 0 degree. So I can
0.
write B here. And since we know the magnetic field is uniform inside this particular thing, so can you see it becomes something like this? And from here, when you do it, what is this length from C to D? If you integrate whole length,
X.
x, it will become
X.
x. So the left hand side of the equation, which is which becomes only B multiplied by x. Is this clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now let's come to the right hand side. How many wires are there? Can you see? Mu naught I enclosed. Let's talk about I enclosed thing. Okay, this thing. And due to the direction chosen, I will be positive, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So due to the direction of the ampere and loop, I will be positive. And can you see over here? Uh, if you see how many wires are basically crossing this particular loop, so can you see the number of loops will decide the number of wires also. You can see this is one wire, this is one wire, one wire, one wire. Are you understanding this particular thing? So basically
Yeah.
one, one,
Yes,
one,
sir.
one. So you will say 4 wires, right? How did you say 4 wires? Because you counted, right? But suppose if there are many turns over here, n, the number of turns per unit length is n, small n, and the length of this part where the turns were there is x. So basically, what will be the number of turns over here? The number of turns will
X.
be n small n into x. So that many wires of current I will be crossing this loop, in the perpendicular direction that normally, right? So here in this case, whenever we write I enclosed over here, it will be equals to n into x. These will be the number of wires which will be and this will be the current. Is this clear, guys? So this
Yes,
is the
sir.
total current enclosed, or basically the total current which is penetrating the area enclosed by the Amperian loop. Is this clear? So now LHS and RHS को equate कर देते हैं. From equation 1 I will get summation of B dot dl from C to D is equals to mu naught into n into x into I, and from here I write b into x is equals to mu naught n into x into I. So can you see x and x will get cancelled and v is equals to mu naught. So is this clear, guys? That with the help of Ampere's circuital law, you can just repeat your symmetric cases again. Any doubt? Any doubt?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Please write down. Till where have you written? From the starting or from here? Just tell me whether to scroll up or down, okay? Yes, guys, are you done? Guys, are you done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this was on a long solenoid. अच्छा. The next, I'll चलो ऐसे तो मैं कर सकता हूँ, but I'll let you people do it. Third application, due to a large current carrying sheet of charge. Sheet. Always there is a wire. You know, so you people should be bored of the wire. So that's why now let us suppose there is a current carrying large sheet. Okay. So whenever it is a large sheet, can you see the thickness of the sheet will be very negligible as compared to the this thickness will be very less as compared to the length of the sheet. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And so always remember, whenever someone says large sheet, it means basically the thickness is very less as compared to the length. Is this clear? So suppose I have this large sheet, very large sheet. Okay, and let us say the linear current density. Sir, what do you mean by linear current density? Let us say the current is going into the plane. So this thing has a linear current density, which is nothing but current per unit length. Are you getting my point, guys? Linear current density. I'm referring the linear current density. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So what shall I name it?
Sir, I didn't understand the direction with which we are looking at the sheet.
The direction in which we are looking at the sheet is like this. Can you see the sheet now?
We are looking at the width, yeah, like.
Yes, we are looking at this. We are looking at this part. Okay, so this is infinity, and we are looking from this side. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So we are looking from here. Now the current is going like this. Can you see the current in the sheet is going like this? The current in the sheet is going like this. So that's why the cross. Is this clear? The linear current density, let's name it as how much? Lambda I. Can you see I'm giving you this name lambda I? Lambda I is basically what? Current per unit length. Is this clear?
Yes,
Is this
sir.
clear, guys? Now what do we want to do? We want to find out what is the magnetic field at a distance r away from the sheet, perpendicular distance r away from the sheet. I want to find out what is the magnetic induction at this point. Acha, according to you, can you tell me what will be the direction? Everyone can tell me the direction, right? Hello? हेलो मैं अभी थोड़ा क्लास में हूँ, मैं लगाऊं बाद में रात में? हाँ शिव बोलो। ठीक है। क्या ये वाले फोन से मेरा नेट कनेक्शन चल रहा है, तो अब इस पे नेट। हेलो guys, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, abhi it's like my Wi-Fi is not working, so you have connected it to my phone, and it's like I don't have another number on which I can put the calls on forward. So are you getting my point? So anyways, is it clear guys? Linear current density, ये सब जो भी given data, is it clear? Is this there in your school syllabus?
No, sir.
No, na. So then we won't write anything like that, there, that thing. So what is the only thing which is given to you? There is a current carrying sheet with linear current density is how much? Lambda I, and you want what is the magnetic field at a point P. Now, when you have to calculate the magnetic, when you will apply right hand thumb rule, just treat it as a current carrying wire. If the current carrying wire is carrying a current inside, can you tell me what will be the direction of magnetic field at point P due to that wire? Will it be towards left or will it be towards right? Will the magnetic field be like this or that? Can everyone?
Right.
It will be towards right. Everyone can apply triple S or everyone can apply right hand thumb rule, right? Yes or no? So will it be producing a magnetic field B in this direction? Yes? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now, when I'll be choosing Amperian loop, my Amperian loop, I told you it should pass through this point. Yes? It should pass through this point, right? So will
Yes, sir.
this be my Amperian loop? So let me choose the Amperian loop in such a way that even this distance is there. Okay? So what will be the magnetic field over here? The magnetic field will be in this direction. Is this clear, guys? So the magnetic field is like this, magnetic field is like this. Clear? Is this clear, guys?
So is
Yes,
this a
sir.
rectangular loop?
This is a rectangular loop and the width is negligible. Okay, I told you, the width is negligible. We are talking at a point R which is far away from it. R is greater, L and R are comparable and R is greater. Okay, it's not necessary that you understand it doesn't even depend upon it. So can anyone tell me what will be the direction of dl vector in this loop? Will this dl vector will be like this throughout this length from here to here? Will the
Yes.
dl vector will be like this if I choose it like this? Will the dl vector be like this? Sir, why are you choosing the dl vector to be in the clockwise direction? Do I need to explain myself? Why did I choose clockwise direction? So that the current enclosed becomes
Positive.
Positive.
Is this clear? So this is the direction of dl vector. Now see over here, guys. By Ampere's circuital law, I'll apply B dot dl is equals to. You don't need to write the whole thing, guys. You don't need to just write down what exactly the terms mean. Draw a current carrying sheet and draw this thing and at a point R, or otherwise I'll make a note for this. So mu naught into I enclosed. So now again we will see the left hand side. Left hand side contains how many parts? 4 parts: A, B, C, D. Now can you see A to B? A to B, the magnetic field is in this direction, the magnetic field is in this direction, dl vector is like this. So can you see dl vector is like this, 90 degree here also and here also 90 degree. So can you see for part AB it will become 0.
0.
For part CD it will become 0 again, same thing. Can you see magnetic field, dl vector, magnetic field. So can you see for CD also it will become 0. So for AB it will become 0. For CD it has also become. Only what will remain? BC and DA. Is this clear, guys? BC and DA. So it will be. Since I have chosen it symmetric, R distance, then B will also be symmetric, right? So can I write integration from A, B, C, D, this thing is now only from B to C, B dot df, and from D to A,
So could you explain how B will be perpendicular to DL?
B to D. B to D.
In
B
A
to
to
C.
B and C to D, how will it be perpendicular?
Acha, how will it be perpendicular? देखो. At this point also the magnetic field will be like this. Can you see? It is down the sheet. At this point the magnetic field will be like up. Can you see the current carrying wire? A small element. Can you see the current above the sheet will be towards right, and below the sheet it will be towards left. Is this clear?
Okay.
And DL vector is like this. Can you see DL vector is along the loop? The DL vector is going like from here to here. DL vector is going like from here to here. So can you see 90 degree and can you see 90 degree? So you getting my point?
Okay. Yes.
So this is your so AB becomes 0 and CB becomes 0. So that's why only BC is remaining and DA is remaining. So BC is remaining and DA is remaining. Can you see I have chosen the distance as same? So the magnetic field value will be same, right? Well, the magnetic field value will be B. Let's make it only B. DL is inside. Can anyone tell me what is the angle for this? What is the angle between B vector and DL vector? B vector and DL vector. Can you see the angle is 0 for both?
Zero.
So when you do both, it becomes twice. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
No. The linear current density was how much? The linear
Lambda.
current density was lambda I, right? Ampere per
Yes,
meter.
sir.
And let's say I have chosen the length of the loop as what? X. So I'll be just focusing on this much current which is there enclosed inside the loop, right? So what will be this much current? Can you see the length of this loop is X and the current per unit length is lambda I. So can you see over here the LHS of the equation will be twice of B into DL cos 0 is 1 should be equals to mu naught into I enclosed. I enclosed means I will write lambda I multiplied by X. Is this clear? This is multiplied and this is X. So this will be twice of B into X. Can you see when I'll integrate the DL from here to here, B to C to become X. Should be equals to mu naught into lambda I into X. X से X कट जाएगा and B will be lambda I कहाँ? Okay. Do you remember the current due to a sheet of charge? The electric field due to a sheet of charge. Was it sigma by epsilon naught or sigma by 2 epsilon naught something? Due to a sheet of charge, it was sigma by 2 epsilon naught, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yes,
kind of
sir.
the same thing. Can you see electric field over here is basically half? Okay, epsilon naught. And can you see this is surface charge density? So here it is current, linear current. So, oh sorry, sigma. So can you see what thing are analogous with what?
So, but in electric field, the epsilon is coming in the denominator, right?
Sorry, so 1 by epsilon naught. So basically it was 1 by epsilon naught and mu naught are
Yeah.
analogous, no?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So I think it is pretty much clear. Analogous hai, electric field and this thing are analogous to each other. So you just need to find that analog. That's it. Okay. Is this clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Our class is still there.
5:30.
And what's the time now?
4:56.
4:56, no? And half an hour left. Half an hour mein I can complete the chapter. Don't worry. Next application, guys. So what will you write? What will you write over here? The only thing which you will be writing is if there is a sheet over here through which some current is going. If you have a large sheet over here, and if you want to find out the magnetic field at point P, then the direction you will give it using the right hand thumb rule or triple S. It's up to you. But the magnitude is basically equals to half into mu naught into lambda I. What is lambda I? Lambda I is basically the linear current density. Is it clear? So
Yes.
only write this as your third application. If you want to, if you have written this, then no problem. But I don't need the, let us consider the statements for this particular. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
ठीक. Last application. No, not last. The second last application. No, the third last application. Although one application will be given as a homework to you people. Okay. And it will be also analogous to something. You'll see that sooner or later. So now fourth question is basically, suppose a long tightly wound toroid. Sir, ये क्या है? Solenoid we have heard. What is a toroid? I'll tell you what exactly is a toroid. The things which I'm drawing, they are not wire, okay? They are not even the ampere loops. They are just to make the solenoid in it. Once I'll be done, making them, then I'll delete them. Just give me 2 minutes. Okay. So guys, this is a toroid. Now you will tell me what exactly is a toroid. What is a toroid, guys?
It's like a solenoid which
Circular form.
ring
Circle.
shape.
Yeah.
Exactly. Its toroid is basically a solenoid only, but I have bent that solenoid in form of a
Ring.
ring. So basically it becomes something like this.
Mm.
So now you understood that the red part is not important. The red part is not at all important. It's just so that I can explain it to you, nothing else. Is it clear? So this is a toroid. This is a toroid, and let's say a current I is going in this. When I say a current I is going on this, then at one particular, if this whole solenoid is basically, suppose you have wrapped it all over a circular frame. Okay. So can you see at one particular side the current will come outside, and one particular side the current will go up? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So let us assume that the current is going, if I so if I assume this thing, Control C, Control V. Control C, Control V. So if suppose this is the same two axis, so can I say from here that, let's say the current is going into the plane over here, or let's say it is coming out of the plane from here. What is this convention, guys? Are you able to understand this convention which I am drawing? This also represents a solenoid, na? there's dots at one end and crosses at other end. Crosses I'll draw a little bit later. Okay, and are you able to understand, guys? थोड़ा सा diagram कैसा है? थोड़ा can you feel the gist of the diagram? I cannot make the whole thing again because it will be a little bit confusing. Can you see the when the wire is touching the outer edge of this circular frame, then the current is going into the frame. You're wounding it like, understand, when you come from the inside, the current is coming out of the plane, and when you are going from the outer edge, the current should go into the plane. Okay, so एक बार थोड़ा सा check it out. So is this clear, guys, how the current is going? First, the current goes beneath this loop and comes from the inside of the loop, goes to outside, then inside, goes to outside, etc. Are you getting my point? The current goes from here, beneath the loop, it comes out of the plane from here, and then it goes like this, and so on. Are you getting my point, guys? So this is the flow of direction. Here, the gray में I'll draw another setup. So anyways, guys, can you see this particular gray circle inside? Guys, can you see this gray circle inside?
Yes, sir.
This gray circle is basically the radii of the solenoid, or radii of the toroid. Okay, so basically from here to here, this is the radius of the solenoid. Is this clear? Guys, is this clear? The radius of the solenoid, is this clear? The radius of the
Yes,
toroid,
sir.
is it clear? R is called as the radii of the toroid. Whereas there is this term, can you see this radius on which the loops were wounded? Small r is basically the radii of the loops. Whenever you say a long solenoid, that implies this radius r is very much greater as compared to the radius of the loops. Okay. And why did we say a tightly wound loop? So that none of the magnetic field goes
Outside.
outside. So basically, how do you do this? How do you find out the magnetic field? How do you find out the magnetic field? If we consider the loop in gray, which is inside the solenoid, which is inside the toroid. So can you tell me, if this was the loop Can anyone tell me what will be the direction? What shall be the direction of the current? Can you see the currents?
Clockwise.
Can you see inside this solenoid the current was going in what direction? The current was going in the current was coming out of the solenoid at any point inside this thing, right? At
Yeah.
every point inside the current was coming out. So what shall be the direction of this loop? The direction of the loop should be chosen as clockwise or anti-clockwise.
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 See guys, this is the direction of this loop. What is the radius of this loop? Capital R. What is the this thing? Direction we have chosen is anti-clockwise, so that you know all these currents will become positive. So here I'll write B dot dl is basically mu naught times the current enclosed. Okay. So can you see over here, guys? If um, I have this, will it be equals to this n turns multiplied by the current? Will it be equals to B to B? Can anyone tell me what will be the direction inside a solenoid? See, in case of toroid, it's just like suppose if none of the magnetic field is leaking out, so it was just a long solenoid, and like a slinky, you just connected both the ends of that solenoid, right? So basically, by providing a shape, a circular shape to the solenoid, we basically gave a direction to the magnetic field. So if I at any particular instant I want what is the direction of magnetic field, then I'll draw a tangent at any point. And can you see? Okay. Is this clear, guys? No, sorry, we'll take it in the opposite direction. So why are you taking it in the opposite direction? Why do not control the direction? Control Z. Control Z. It is not doing control Z, so I'll just delete it one by one. So यहाँ पे what will be the direction of magnetic field? This will be the direction of magnetic field. This will be the direction of magnetic field. This will be the direction of magnetic field, and this will be the direction of magnetic field. So at any particular instant, wherever I'll draw, the dl vector will be like this, and even the magnetic field vector will be like. So is this clear, guys? What should be the angle between them? What shall be the angle? It shall be cos 0 again. And when you'll do that, it will become b into 2 pi r. Well, what is n? N is basically the total number of turns. And if a small n is the linear turn density, what shall be the length of this loop? What shall be the length of this loop? If this is very small, then this length of the loop should be equals to 2 pi r only. Multiply by. So from here, this 2 pi and 2 pi will get cancelled out. And where is the mu naught? Where is the mu naught? Mu naught is over here. So can you see, even if you change the shape of that solenoid, it is still mu naught into Ni. So please remember, note the magnetic field due to a long solenoid, the magnetic field inside a long solenoid doesn't change its magnitude even if we bend the solenoid to make any shape, it's just the direction. So basically, guys, you understood now. If it was a solenoid, long solenoid, then straight. Then you bent the solenoid in shape of circle to make a toroid. Then it became circular, right? If suppose you have a solenoid like this, so are you seeing, guys? Basically, suppose you have a solenoid like this, random shape. So what will be the direction of magnetic field, or how will you draw the direction? How will you draw the magnetic field line? It will be like this. So can you say this particular thing, by bending the shape of a solenoid, we can change the direction of magnetic field in space? Yes or no? Acha, please remember, provided this is only happening when no magnetic field leaks out. Is it clear? Is this clear, guys? Any doubt? Check. So, लिख लो please. Write it down. एक second. The classes were from when to when? The classes were from 3:30 to 5:30, right? Or was it from 3:30 to 5?
That's till 5:30.
3:30 to 5:30.
Okay. ठीक है 3:30 to 5:30, and then I have a next class at 6 to 8. Okay. No problem. Guys, I have planned this thing in this month, and the next classes which I'm taking in August as well, a little bit, we'll be covering EMI and magnetism. I am telling you, please, guys, electrostatics and current electricity were big. Magnetism is a little bit smaller as compared to electrostatics, and electric part was bigger as compared to the magnetism part. Okay, so even if you can see in 5 or 6 lectures we were done with magnetism, MEC we are done, whereas in current electricity and electrostatics, you to know there were countless lectures, right? So don't feel like I didn't teach you anything like this. Only this much is there in MEC, even in for JE portion as well. Okay, after this we'll be seeing some other things, like when we'll be talking about electromagnetic induction, then there is a little bit there to teach. Is it clear? So what I have planned is, like, in this 2 months, in on basically these 10 days, and the next month we'll be covering these 2 chapters, even if it takes us to do those extra classes and all. But at least when you will be coming back to us in September, then September will start directly from AC, and only 2 units, big units, will be left. One will be optics and one will be model physics. Are you getting my point, guys? So I'll need at least 2 months to do that, 2 or 3 months. So that's why that is how I planned your syllabus to be completed at the end of November, or if before now, the beginning of November, whatever whenever it will take. So in the month of November will be over. For that I need these two, this 2 hours daily, 2 hours weekly class in August. So is this clear, guys? Any doubt? Is this clear, guys? Any doubt? Here also the magnetic field inside will be how much? B inside will be mu naught into N into I, right? B
Yes,
I
sir.
is basically the current and N is N turns per meter. But please remember the direction you can change accordingly by twisting the solenoid only when magnetic field is not leaking out. Is this clear? Is this clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now I'll give you some question. Although that is again on the same application, but that is a homework for you people. Suppose, which application is it? Fourth done. Fifth, long current carrying hollow cylinder. So whenever you have a current carrying hollow cylinder, can you see the thickness is very negligible as compared to, guys? The thickness is very negligible as compared to control C, control V, little bit smaller, and let's place it there. So guys, can you see a current carrying hollow cylinder? What is the direction of current? Let's take the current as going into the. So the current is like going like this. But can you see the one thing, guys? Shall I draw the front view of this thing? It's like this. And the current is going along the surface of this wire. Can you see the current? Guys, everyone can see the current, right? The current is going along the surface because the surface only exists over there. Now you need to find out what is the magnetic field at a point P, which is at a R distance R. The current is I. So you need to basically calculate V out, magnetic field out at a region outside. You need to calculate magnetic field at the surface just outside. Right? And third thing is basically you need to calculate the magnetic field inside. Sir, is it similar to something? Is it similar to something?
Yeah, the sphere,
Yes, the hollow
conducting sphere.
sphere. Hollow sphere, yeah. Hollow sphere or conducting metallic sphere, right?
Yes, sir.
So basically, this is similar to that. How will you do it? How will you do it? How will you do it, guys? Tell me. First, we talk about B out. So B for B out, what will happen? भाई आवाज कम कर दे यार नहीं God. Anyways, so this is the loop, right? Yes or no? Guys, hello.
Yes, sir.
D out is basic. This is the Amperian loop. This is the Amperian loop. Then you write B dot dl is basically equals to mu naught into I. Now, can you see when it is outside, all the current is included, and since you have chosen the direction of loop as since the current is going inside, right? So let's choose the direction as clockwise. So when we choose the direction in clockwise, what will happen? All this current which is going inside, which was going inside, will become positive, right? Yes or no? Every current will become
Yes,
positive. So the total, this will become plus I, and P dot dl will become B into 2 pi. Can you see B out is equals to mu naught by the same thing. It's the same thing as the current carrying wire, long thing. So is it clear? Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now after this, what will happen? If this was the first part, now B at surface will be equals to what? B when R will be equals to capital R, then this will become B at surface, which is equals to mu naught by 4 pi into twice of I by capital R. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, last part is B inside. Can you see when you come inside that particular wire? Here. Then here, shall I draw it again? Shall I draw it? No. Nothing. Just point is. So basically, this is again your current carrying hollow cylinder, and now you want to find out the magnetic field at a point P, which is inside the wire. So when you will draw the Amperian loop, will it look like this? Will it look like this? Hello? But can you see all the current is outside? So here I enclose this 0. Hence the magnetic field inside is also. Can you see the similarity, guys?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yes, sir.
So with this similarity, the next question is up to you. And the 7th application, like which application is it? 6th application is a homework to you people. Although I can do the first 2 parts, the last part is the homework for you. Suppose, guys, this is a current carrying solid wire. Solid conducting wire. So when you have a solid conducting wire, the current is flowing throughout, right? Basically, the current is coming at every point. So let's say the current is coming from every point. So this will be X, this will be X. This is current only, no? This is not magnetic field, this is current. So this is the current, and now you need to find out the magnetic field at a point P. The total current is I distributed over over radius R. Can you see this thing, guys? I'll just write this thing. I is uniformly distributed on area of cross section. An area of cross section. Will you be able to do the first, second, and the third part? Again, what do you need to find out? You need to find out B out, you need to find out B surface, and you need to find out the last part, B inside. I think only this part you people will not be able to do it. Matlab, if you do it, then it's a good thing. But only doubt will be arise in this portion, B inside one. B out and B surface are the same thing as the previous one, right?
Yeah.
So I think you people will be able to solve this thing. So do it. Do you want to continue now, or do you want it in the next class as a homework? I'll just write exactly what it is. I'll just write it. Answer, I'll write it. You need to derive the whole thing. B outside will be equals to mu naught by 4 pi into twice of I by small r. B surface will be equals to mu naught by 4 pi into twice of I by capital R. And the last one, B inside should be एक सेकेंड है ना क्या हुआ ये पड़ेगा नॉट बाय 4 पाई is equals to I by r square into r into. So this will be your final answer. Is twice of I r divided by r square. It's just a one line which I can write, but I'll not write because I want you to do it. Okay. Is this clear, guys?
Yes,
Chalo,
sir.
in the next class,
Yeah,
we'll
sure.
do some more questions based on Ampere's circuital law, and then we'll start with electromagnetic induction. Is it fine now? Although I
Yes,
think
sir.
this is pretty much good
Yes,
enough
sir.
practice, but this is just application. This is not a question, right? So I'll teach you how the questions comes on Ampere's circuital law, but please, it is still similar to Gauss's law. So still I'll give you. So in the next class, we'll complete with this. Uh, Questions on Ampere's circuital law, and then we'll start with electromagnetic induction. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So,
sir. Yes, sir.
I didn't understand exactly what is a solid conducting wire.
So what is a
Solid conducting wire.
basically there is conducting material all over it. So whenever there is
Is it in
conducting
the
material,
shape of a sphere or a
no,
disc?
no, 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 no. It is in the shape of a solid conducting cylindrical wire. It's a cylinder, and you are just seeing the cross section of that wire.
Okay, sir.
So this is a cylindrical wire, just like the previous case, no? You remember the previous case was like this, but it was hollow. Here it was hollow. Yes,
Yes, sir.
this wire is not hollow. This is solid throughout. It's similar to this, but it is not. Control C. Yes, right, right. Control V. It's like this. So basically, the current is going from everywhere inside the wire. Can you see? Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
So this is that solid conducting cylindrical wire. In the next class, we'll do some more questions and try to prove this, guys. Don't think like कि sir ने only one question sir ने given homework, so will not do it. No, you need to do this as well. In the next class, I'll give you some more questions and we'll discuss those questions in the class and we'll start with EMI. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Okay, guys. We'll see you again in the next class. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And Vedai, don't worry. I'll kal tomorrow. Hello. Vedai, hello. चलेगी सब चलेगा.